Does a Christian have to obey everything the government dictates? In Romans 13, 1-7, Christians are told to obey the governing authorities. Does this mean they are to obey always and with no limits? During COVID, this passage was used by many Christians and their leaders to browbeat everyone into submitting to government dictates. All human authority is limited. Only God can demand absolute obedience. Paul also says in Ephesians chapter 5, wives, submit to your husbands. If you say that Romans 13 is a proof text for obeying all government dictates, such as lockdowns and mask mandates, then you also have to say that all Christian women must obey always and in everything their husbands. Otherwise, you're not being consistent. Wouldn't that endorse criminal behavior? How so, you might ask? Imagine if a husband, fearing for his wife's safety, locks her up for a year. If Romans 13 and Ephesians 5 was about absolute submission in everything, then you would have to say it was okay for a husband to lock up his wife. We can all immediately recognize that this would be wrong. The absolutist view would in effect be legitimizing criminal behavior. No, the context is reward good and punish evil. Romans 13 has a limiting filter built into the passage. Governing authorities only have the right to punish evil and reward good. And guess what? God decides what is evil and what is good. Governing authorities are only legitimate when they are subject to the same rules that all people are subject to. At least this is true in the Christian sense. Remember, all human authority is limited. Only God has absolute authority. The problem with our current governments is they act and behave like God.